Hello, welcome back. Hope you're all well. Apologies for now. This mic, somebody's not charged it right. I'm getting daggers drawn at me. But I thought I'd kick it off with some stunning scenery here. What a beautiful place and what a beautiful evening to be out and about. Hopefully you can hear this okay. If not, it will be another deleted video. But touching back on things about photography related, everybody starts off somewhere and it can be a minefield who to watch and who you need to learn from. Especially there's too many people now, well, not too many people, there's a few people out it's only had their camera a few months or a year and they're actually out taking workshops to teach people and they don't know what they're doing themselves. No harm to them, but I really think they really should understand what's happening in the camera. But with our lessons and other tutorials and videos, we're going to be opening up how a professional actually looks at their camera and how they get to their exposures really quickly. First things first, for anybody new to the channel and you're just new to photography, you can stick around and watch us. We'll give you some wee insights, some wee tips on how a professional actually uses their camera out in the field and what's actually happening inside your camera. We've got a couple of classes going, we take workshops, we'll be going up to Skye. Whenever we get out of lockdown, that is what we'll get up to Skye with a few of our class members and other people who actually teach portrait photography. And I became a master photographer last year and we're a member of the Guild of Photographers. And basically, I don't mean it in a bad way, but we had to submit work and our way, our images and our way of working to actually get to a level that we're at today. So anything we do pass on knowledge wise is probably worthwhile listening to. First things first is when you pick up your camera, it's actually to see how it feels in the hand. You don't go running about saying, well, this camera's better at this, that and the next thing. This day and age, all the cameras are about the same level, there's not much in between them. We go with Nikon and we've been with other brands, but at the moment we're with Nikon. It works better for us, just solely because we're familiar with the functionalities, how it feels in the hand. That's why we're saying you're actually better going out, and if you can hold as many cameras as you want or like, keep it that way and keep looking to see what feels right in your hand. Because if you've got a camera in your hand and you do not like the way it feels, it's not going to let you be creative. But I'll touch back on some other points in a moment. We'll look at this scenery. My wee lassie, the wee dog's in the car, and she's kind of disappeared and I've left a bag of sweeties there, so I might be need to go and have a wee look and see what's happening to them. Catch you in a moment. Right, back again. She's fine, she wasn't at my sweeties in the car. She's only a couple of metres away from me so I can see her because I'm actually looking right at her at the moment, and she's went for a wee lie down. She's been well walked today and plenty of water. It's a cool day, car windows open, she's harnessed in and she's well looked after, probably looking at me standing here in the wee bit of the cold evening and enjoying the scenery. Maybe not my face, as you could probably see, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So speaking of spring chickens, who do you learn from? The photography wise, do you go to someone that's young, old, middle aged to learn photography? The answer could be young, could be old. From my point of view, I'll go to the old hands, the ones that have been doing photography for about, well, at least 10 year in my books. The ones in the first 10 years of photography are still learning, and so it makes your golden rule should be when you get somebody to teach you what you want to learn, if you know what you want to learn photography wise, and how long they've been doing it. Everybody can put an outstanding picture and put it up, but can they do it when it matters? Out in the field, whether you want to learn to become a wedding photographer, portrait photographer, landscape photographer, to tell the truth, most pros do the three genres anyway, because they know the camera's inside out. And a wee guilty secret is of ours is landscapes. We mostly do portrait work, but we do some environmental photos, and shot some big names over time. We've done a lot of production photographs. It's more it's landscapes and family portraits and that we do, pets, etc. Maybe some estate work and all the rest of it. That's more or less where we make our money. That's why we're not doing so many YouTube videos, because we have got other things apart from this, but we thought we'd start our own channel and we'll pass on what knowledge we can pass on to help you progress in your photography. So the first thing is you pick your camera, make sure it feels right in your hand. If it's a DSLR or mirrorless or bridge, as long as it's got manual controls, you can evolve from there. Next thing is we teach you your relationship to shutter speed, your f-stops, your ISO, and how your camera actually sees things, what the grayscale is. Know how it's looking for 18% grey, or it's taking an average, and your metering modes. Probably anybody that started out in photography, that wee sentence there with the metering modes, and probably your servos and your light meter inside your camera has probably got you confused already. But honestly, it's dead easy. As soon as it's explained to you right, you've got the camera in your hand, you'll start to pick it up relatively quickly. We've had people in our class and they've picked it up just really quick. We use layman's terms. We'll explain it to you with kid gloves. It's no anything to be drastically scared of. Go to manual mode. It's a learning curve, and digital photography lets you make your mistakes and lets you progress quicker. You're no developing films like years and years ago and then putting them in to get developed and then pulling them back out and seeing you had made a mess of it and it's cost you a fortune. As we're digital, you don't have that bother anymore. Touching back on who you're following, who's teaching you, a lot of the young ones on YouTube are actually quite good. I watch them, but sometimes they're a wee bit confusing what's happening inside their camera. I like watching them because I like to see the young ones getting out and getting inspired and away out for their walks. I do watch some of them when they're out in a dull grey day and they're taking a big vast landscape. There's no detail in the sky, there's no leading lines, they're no went down the fine art road. As where most professional photographers, if it's a dull grey day, they'll go and make a minimalist photo, turn it black and white. It'll maybe be a lone tree, a wee shed sitting in the water, but they'll not go for a big vista like this. If you look behind me, it's the shadows everybody's looking at. It adds drama, contrast to your scene. So that's where you want to be at this time of day. You want some colour, nice light hitting on you. What a beautiful place, a beautiful view, and this is a wee bit up by the Lead Hills. place called Taggart in Scotland. Absolutely love this place. Could stay here and look at these views all day long until I walk over here and it's like something out of Aliens. But hey ho, we can't change the future. I'm not a big lover of windmills out in the landscape. Touching back on where we came from, it's we actually had to submit a lot of our images in, and they get ridiculed. They get right back at the beginning. I'm going back a good few years when we started photography. The only way we could learn was by our mistakes, and like anything else, I'm so glad that I submitted images into competitions and to get judged by other leading professionals. And even though at the time I was learning, they actually I wouldn't say rip into me, they actually put me in my place. Not in a bad way, but actually taught me where I was going wrong. And they actually, how can I say it, when you actually put in a picture you think it's absolutely brilliant, and then someone tells you this is wrong, that's wrong, you should have done this, you should have done that, and you're kind of took back, and then you go away, lick your wounds, and then take on board what they've said, put it into practice, and then you see the finished result. You're like, I'm so glad I did that. Not every picture we take is going to be a winner, but the secret is to get out there, listen to the very best you can. It's like sport. Sports people will go to the best in their field to compete against, because if you don't go there, you're never going to learn. And it's the same when anything you do at all. Whoever's teaching you, you go to the best you can go to learn. And there's photographers out there I admire, and if I ever get the chance to go and meet, I'll take it with open arms. And there's a wealth of photographers in Great Britain, around the world. Some of their pictures are just absolutely mind-blowing. And hopefully you'll keep watching this channel, and we might get some guest speakers in further down the line to maybe help you see and critique some pictures. But honestly, I'm getting frozen now. So what I'm going to say is, I'm going to wrap it up. You probably see the lights falling, and this is Scotland. It's got to get cold really quick. And so, but in the meantime, if you can like and subscribe to the channel, it'll be much appreciated. And I apologise if this goes up and the sound's not too great, but we'll get working on this. Actually, we've been trying to do videos for the last 2-3 days, nothing's went right. So hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.